This is a good cup of coffee. Yes, it tastes spectacular, but it's truly good because, like all good things, it has a good story. This story ends here, in my mug. But let's go back to the beginning of a long journey. Before my cup, the coffee was poured, brewed, bought, packaged, roasted, shipped, milled, trucked all the way from a farm up in a remote mountain, where it was dried, sorted, pulped, washed, picked. Okay, hold it right there. Do you see those hands? Yep, those hands. They belong to a man who is proud of the work he does. Proud of the way his kids look up at him, and proud to be a good and caring husband. Sure, the work is hard, back-breaking labor, but he doesn't complain, and he doesn't expect handouts, and he certainly doesn't need anyone's pity. These are the hands of a man who at the end of each day kisses his wife and kids goodnight and sleeps soundly, assured that what he does matters. Surprised? This isn't a sob story about how a poor subsistence farmer was given medication for his family and given food and given a fair wage for his work. I'm not going to spin a sob story about how by paying a higher premium for goods or by donating the cost of a cup of coffee, we can change the world. This cup of coffee is special because I know the farmer who grew it. His name is Rito. I know the care he invested in the cultivation, harvesting and processing, and I've witnessed the impact he has made on his community and family. Through my relationship, I can trace the transformation brought about by my simple investment in this cup of coffee. Life was not always this way for Rito. Like many subsistence-level farmers, Rito was poor, dirt poor, actually worse than that. His only hope each year was a meager crop of coffee, cultivated on a land stripped of nutrients. What little he managed to grow, he was forced to sell to a local coyote for well below market value. Rito's kids were sick, and his wife was on the verge of death. Most of the other men in his town had already left their coffee farms and moved to the United States. They sweated long hours to send home just barely enough to support their families. Hope was a luxury Rito couldn't afford. But one day, Rito met a group of people who, though they did not look, talk, or even eat the same way as Rito, no, not that kind of people. That's better. These people listened to Rito and built a relationship. They understood his needs and chose to invest in him. Rito met other growers who looked, talked, and even ate the same way he did. But these people seemed to be doing well, very well, not just financially, but their families also appeared to be healthier and happier than his own. This was unlike anything Rito had ever seen, and naturally he wondered what the difference was. Well, remember those people Rito met earlier? They helped the growers and their families work together and pool resources. This cooperative approach helped to maximize efforts and ultimately reach the critical mass necessary to access the global market. In partnership with Growers First, the farmers developed sustainable farming methods, streamlined processing which increased the crop yield, quality and value, a nursery program to introduce better plant varieties, crop diversification, and new ways to generate revenue such as a village coffee roaster, textile handicrafts, and plant sales. Growers First helped the community gain organic certification, which provides an economic incentive to protect the environment. Growers First also worked with Rito and the other growers to improve their quality of life through education, health and hygiene, and environmental responsibility. Throughout this entire process, Rito was able to keep his head held high. He was no one's charity case, but rather a hard-working small businessman receiving the support of a benevolent investor. Successful communities reinvest in their children and in social services to better their lives and future. More productive and higher educated farmers produce superior yielding crops and learn their skills to grow their business to provide for their families. Business prospers, the environment prospers, people prosper. Rito and his community grow my coffee, which is then picked, washed, pulped, sorted, dried, trucked, milled, shipped, roasted, packaged, bought, brewed, poured, sipped, and now finished. Changing the life of Rito was not simple, but the impetus for change globally starts simply with one of the most basic facets of human existence, a relationship. Join with Growers First and take the time to cultivate a relationship with your coffee grower.